All right, here we go. Game 3 is a Silver Stick. U13A Flyers versus Southeast Storm. Nickel off the draw, wins it back to Savory. Savory lays it up the near wing. Surge back in over the Flyers' blue line. Shots from outside the zone. That comes wide of the net. Savory picks it up in his own end. Shelford on the left side. Centering pass picked off. Back to Sloan. Sloan turns, gets it to the far wing for Savory. Shelford. Shelford lead pass for Hunter. He'll bring it in over the blue line. Lost it just in the Surge zone. They'll play it out to the far wing. I'm going to have to move. Surge in over the right side. Shot missed wide of the net. Rebound goes to Telford on the right side. Telford tries to play it off the linesman. Doesn't get out. Nickel steps in to help. In some feet. Telford drags it out of the pile. Surge pull it right back in. Nickel off the boards. Surge come up with it. Good stick by Sloan. Surge play back to the point. That shot was intercepted. Comes to the near corner. Flyers played out to the middle, picked off by the Surge. They'll drop it back to the point. Lift it high over to the right wing. Surge under pressure. Nickel steps in. Savory off the glass. He'll send that down the left wing. Surge pick it up back in their own end. Up the right side to center ice. Lunny pressuring. Surge played off the boards into the near corner. Jeffrey Stedman to Lunny. They'll play it back behind the net. Surge are there. Jeffrey Stedman and Lunny gets it to the far corner for Andrade. He shovels it to the blue line. Shot from out front. Missed wide. Rebound to the near wing. That'll come to the blue line. Gower picks it up. He'll cut through center with Andrade. In over the blue line. To the near corner. Surge back to the blue line and out past Jeffrey Stedman. That'll go back into the Flyers' end. Money keeping him on the outside corner. Surge up the near wing. Gower off the boards and out of the zone. Surge regroup at center ice and lift it back into Flyers territory. Jeffrey Stedman's there. Across to Lunny on the far wing. Lunny turns ready. He backhands that into the zone in the far corner. Flyers peel off for a change. Surge pick it up behind the net and bring it up the right side. DeCamillis. Surge with a long lead pass. Ray picks it up just over his own blue line. Skating through the middle. Backhands that up to center ice. DeCamillo's had a stick lifted. Kelly in on the forecheck. He should get there first. Surge. Lift the stick and bring it behind the net to the near corner. DeCamillo's on his man. Gets a piece of it. DeCamillo's out front. For Nickel with the backhand. And held for the whistle. Face off to the right of the Surge goaltender. Trickles towards the net. They'll pick it up. Surge behind the net. Play to the near corner. Kelly pressuring. Surge at the half boards. Kelly picks it up. Under pressure. Trying to make some room. Gets it to Way at the point. Way lets a shot go on target. Steered to the near corner. Surge off the boards to the blue line. And out. Way brings it right back in the zone. Sends it across to DeCamillo. He lets a shot go. That missed just wide. Surge behind their net. They'll play it out the far wing. Nickel pressuring his man. Sloan backing up. Surge gets center ice and they'll lift it into the far corner. That'll go behind the net. Way pressuring his man. He'll take him out in the near corner. Way to Nickel. Nickel up the half boards to Kelly. He swipes at it. Sends it down through center ice. Into the Surge zone. Not enough for icing. Telford on the forecheck. Surge behind their net, spinning. Played out the far corner. Almost picked off there by Lunny. Back to the blue line. Out. Kept out. Flyers. Hunter's got it clear. He doesn't hear it yet. Surge with some time. They'll play it behind the net to the near corner. Surge, long lead pass out to the left wing. They'll get it over center and fire it in on wide of the net to the near corner. Savory. Lead pass for Hunter. He lets that go into the Surge zone. They'll pick it up in the near side. Hits the brakes. Hunter chasing. Surge passed out over the blue line. Lead pass intercepted by Lunny. His clearing attempt right to the Surge player. They'll throw it towards the net. Lunny gets pulled down. Back between his legs. Hunter up the left side. Long cross ice pass to Andrade at center. He gets it in over the blue line, but the Surge clear it right back out. Felix back in his own end. Off the boards for Hunter. Hunter across for Gower. He'll tip that in over the right wing. Surge clear back to center. Andrade waits for Gower to clear. Passes back to Jeffrey Stedman at center. Jeffrey Stedman off the near wing for Hunter in over the blue line. Centering attempt. Hits the Surge stick and goes behind their net. Surge. Played out the near wing. Hunter pressuring his man. 4.5 minutes to go in the first period. Jeffrey Stedman at center. He slows his man down just enough for Gower to get back to pick up the loose puck. Gower off the boards. He'll clear that to center ice. Surge. Long jump in. Sloan to the near wing for Hunter. It's a long shift for Carter Hunter. Hunter up to Gower at center. Gower gets the blue line shot. Good shot. Sails just wide of the net. Andrade and Sloan along the far half boards. We'll get it in deep, but the Surge are there to bring it right back out. Cross ice to the near wing. Surge backhand that into the corner. It'll roll behind the Flyers net. Nickel picks it up, stops it there. Falling, gets it to Jeffrey Stedman up the near side for Gower. Back to Jeffrey Stedman. He'll play it off the wing. Pops over the stick of the Surge defenseman. Nickel on the forecheck. Gower in over the blue line. Cutting to the middle. Drops it there for DeCamillis. DeCamillis lets a shot go. Loose puck in front. DeCamillis picks up the puck. Throws it out front off the side of the net. Cleared out to the far wing by the Surge. 3.5 minutes to go in the first period. Surge through the middle. In over the Flyers blue line. Good. Poke check by Way. Lead pass for Gower. Gower's got to be exhausted. In over the blue line. Lets a shot go. That one was tipped high. Rebound to the far half boards. Surge are there. DeCamillis gets it to Kelly with the shot. Reeled in by the goaltender for the whistle. Lunny steps in to take the face-off. One back by the Surge to the far corner. They'll take it behind their net to the near wing. Surge spinning. Telford applying good pressure. Surge played to the far side and back into the near corner. A little bit of back and forth by the Surge to the far half boards. Honey pressuring. Surge turn, change directions up to the near wing. Surge with possession. Telford applying pressure. Surge out the left side. We'll get center ice and lift it into the Flyers zone. But just Savory turns and fires back up to center ice. Surge. Long lead pass up the middle, in over the Flyers blue line. Shot. Lunny lost the glove. Loose puck. Cleared to the face-off circle. Savory and Telford pressuring, keeping them on the outside. Lunny jumps on the loose puck. He'll bring it up through the middle. Lunny around the right side. Cuts back in. Centering attempt. Picked off by the Surge. Kelly's there. Loose puck, and Hunter dumps it in just wide of the net. Surge around the right side to the blue line and out. Passed across to the left wing, in over the Flyers blue line to the far corner. Savory with a good check. Keeps him on the outside. Surge with possession in the far corner. Played it behind the net for the back into the corner to the half boards. Nickel chasing it. Gets a piece of it. Holds it there. Shoveled up towards the blue line, but not out. Surge come off the boards with the shot. Blocked in front by Way. He'll clear that all the way down the ice. That'll go for icing, but it'll get the Flyers out of the jam. Just icing. That'll let the Flyers defenseman change. Forwards stay out. Nichols steps in to take the face-off. Has it in his feet. Surge come up with it. Steered towards the net. Milks keeps that on the outside. Rebound. Missed wide. Surge with the puck behind the Flyers net. Felix battling. Gets it to the corner. Nichols steps in. Puck comes out front. Cleared out by Jeffrey Stedman to Hunter. Hunter down the left side. Look at back in over the left wing of the Surge zone. Takes the corner centering pass. Just a little deep. Jeffrey Stedman from the point. Lets the shot go just wide. Last minute of play in the first period. Hunter tries to play it between his legs. Didn't get enough of it. Dumps it back into the corner. Surge. Send it to the near side. Way up through the middle. Felix hits the brakes. Strips the puck at center. Felix takes it up himself. Surge player falling just onside. Felix with the shot blocked in front. Goes to the far corner. Boys, don't do that. Kids spitting shit on the ice. Surge come up with it down the left side. Or right side, rather. In over the Flyers blue line. Jeffrey Stedman keeping him on the outside. Centering pass. Knocked behind the net by Stedman. Comes out front. Loose puck. Right to Jeffrey Stedman. He'll clear it up the near wing, but not out. Surge with the shot. Blocked in front by Nickel. That puck will go to the far corner, or near corner. 7 seconds to go in the period. Played behind the net to the far side, and that will do it for the first period. No score after one. Off. One back by the Surge. Lunny almost get a piece of it. Cleared to Gower. They'll bring it in over the left side. Let a shot go on target. DeCamillis with the rebound. Shot out front. Somehow that did not go in the net. Surge come up with it in the far corner. They'll play it behind the net to the near side. Through the middle to the blue line. Way didn't keep it in. DeCamillis with a good back check. Gets it back in the zone. Surge clear right back out. Sloan off the near wing. Surge pick it up at center ice, and they'll bring it over the left side. Centering pass off of Sloan's foot. He'll play that back to the corner. DeCamillis picks up the half boards. He'll drag it to the blue line and out. DeCamillis tried to get it across to Gower on the open wing. That hit a skate. Loose puck lifted high into the Flyer zone. Milks holds onto it for the whistle. Fantastic scoring opportunity by the Flyers there. Just somehow couldn't capitalize. Nichols steps in to take the face-off. One back by the Surge. Shot on target. Milks makes a save. Rebound. Cleared to Telford. Telford spins off the near wing. That'll go down the ice to center. Surge. Blast across to the right side. Broken up by Savory. Surge. Pick it up in the far wing. To the corner. Off the steep angle. That'll go off the side of the net. Felix clears it to the near wing. Surge play back to the point. Dumped into the far corner. Kelly on his man. Savory gets in there. Nickel to the half boards for Kelly. Kelly steps off, banks it off the boards to the blue line, but not out. Shot from the point. Milks makes a save. Rebound. Goes behind the net. Surge come out front. Shot over the top of the net. Surge pick it up in the far corner. Play behind the net to the near wing. Centering pass to the blue line. Shot through traffic. Milks with a pad save. Kicks it to the far corner. Felix and Nickel and Kelly battling along the half boards. Loose puck picked up by Felix. He'll get that to Telford. Telford skates out over the blue line. Finally throws it towards the Surge bench. Surge are in offside. Gives the Flyers a chance to regroup and clear it out. Felix up the wing for Telford. Telford off the boards. Kelly steps in, gets it to Felix. He'll dump it in the near side. Doesn't get too deep in the Surge zone. Good stick by Telford. Kelly picks up the loose puck, gets it to the near corner. Telford on it. Surge pick it up at the half boards. Long outlet pass. That hit Kelly. Kelly picks it up, lets the shot go into the glove and held for the whistle. Lunny steps in to take the face-off. The Surge have a player in the Flyers' end. Surge win it. Played up the near wing to the blue line. And Andretti stops him at the half boards. Passed across. Hunter regroups. Lets a shot go through traffic. Rebound. Lunny. Saved by the Surge goaltender. Have to be sharp on that one. Surge. Outlet pass up to the blue line through center. Surge cut across to the left wing. In over the Flyers' blue line. Drop pass. Picked up. They'll bring it the rest of the way down behind the Flyers' net. To the far corner. He settles that puck down. Bouncing a little bit on him. Walks out front. Shot. Pad saved by Milks. It cuts across. Surge back to the point. Thrown through traffic. Stopped there by Lunny. Puck comes back to the blue line, but not out. Surge in tight. Lunny bounces man off. Gets the puck to the near side. Plays it up the boards. Lunny runs out of room. Surge with the shot. Point. Missed wide of the net. Jeffrey Stedman at the half boards. He'll get that to the blue line, but not out. Back to Jeffrey Stedman. He'll play it into Sloan. Sloan up the right side for Andretti. Andretti brings it back into the Flyers territory across to Jeffrey Stedman. Up to Hunter. Surge in over the blue line, but offside. Lunny up the near side for Andretti, just out of his reach. Surge cleared back up to center ice. Down the left wing, in over the Flyers' blue line. Sloan keeps him out. Surge come off the wall with it. Shot from a steep angle, off the crossbar. Puck goes to the far half boards. Lunny pressuring. Surge played in behind the Flyers' net. Andretti up the near side. Couldn't quite get there in time. Surge at the half boards. Back in deep to the corner. Centering pass. Read there by Lunny. He'll bring it up. Out over the right side. Lunny through the middle. Just dropped it at the blue line. Surge pick it up, and they'll bring it back the other way. Jumped in. Icing waved off. Way picks it up and behind his net. Way off the boards. Doesn't clear. Sloan pressuring. Gets it to the near corner. Surge back to the point. He walks in. Lets the shot go. Blocked. Off the pad, and it went in. You gotta let him see it. Nickel in for the face-off. Ruins that back. Gower at the blue line. Gets it to center ice. Surge knocked him over. Back to Way in the Flyers zone. Way under pressure sends it to the near wing for Felix. Felix off the glass up to center. Camillus getting run over. Back in. Felix across to Way. Way to Gower. He tips that to center. That'll roll into over the left wing of the Surge zone. Camillus gets there first to Nickel. Nickel steers it towards the net. Picked off before it got there by the Surge. Surge passed up through the middle. Gower blocks that one. Lets a shot go. Missed just wide. Surge up the near wing to the blue line. Felix keeps it in. Dumps it back into traffic. DeCamillis couldn't get a stick down. Way picks it up. Surge intercept that. They'll bring it over the center ice. In over the Flyers blue line. Gower. Lead pass intended for DeCamillis. Surge strip it. Oh, that's offside. 4:09 to go in the second period. Lunny in for the face-off. Bouncing puck. Lunny gets to the near wing for Telford. Telford tries to send it off the boards. Surge pick it up. Being over the left wing. Walk to the middle shot. Milk's got a glove on that one to clear it to the far corner. Surge play it back behind the Flyers net. Jeffrey Stedman. He picks it up, sends it out the far half boards for Kelly. Tries to chip it off the boards. Back to Jeffrey Stedman through his feet. Surge pick it up behind the net. Wraparound attempt. Comes to the face-off circle. Kelly all over his man. Jeffrey Stedman to Kelly at the blue line. He'll clear it out to center ice. That hit a stick and drifts to the near side. Telford trying to get there first. Drives his man into the boards. Lunny off the glass. Not quite. Surge got a piece of it. Savory back to Lunny. He'll send it backhand to the far wing. Surge dump it back in the Flyers territory. That'll go around the boards to the near wing. Savory to the blue line. Just out. Lunny tries to chop it down. Jeffrey Stedman picks up the loose puck. To Lunny at the half boards. Lunny up to Telford. Telford to Kelly through his feet. Flyers got to get these passes out in front of their players. Surge up through the middle. Broken up there by Lunny. Dumps it in. Savory to Telford off the near wing. Out front. Andrade almost had that one. Surge back in over the right side. Shot from the far. Milks with the blocker. Rebound comes all the way to the near point. Another shot through traffic. Milks puts the pad down. Kicks it to the outside. Savory pressing. Lunny steps in. Picks up the puck on the half boards. Gets it to the blue line. Lunny. He'll take it down the right side. In over the blue line. Lunny. To Andrade. Stick check just at the last second. Surge pick it up. And they'll clear it up over their blue line through center. Surge in over the blue line. Bouncing puck out front. Shot. Steered wide by Milks. Sloan plays it back behind his net to Felix, who lifts it to the near corner. Andrade to Sloan, back to Andrade. Outlet pass to Nickel at the blue line, but not out. Surge still with possession deep in the Flyers' territory. Nickel pressuring his man to the far corner. Up to the half boards. Back into the corner. The Surge still have it steered towards the net. Milks plays that behind. Felix up the right side to the blue line. He gets taken out. Andrade clears the puck out of the zone. Nickel tries to get a good break. Surge, fire it wide. Sloan tries to play it up the far wing. Loose puck at the half boards, picked up by the Surge. Nickel intercepts it. Gets it back to the corner for Sloan. Sloan to Kelly. Shot from the blue line, missed wide. Flyers are stopping the skate here. Not good. Surge back at the point. Thrown on net. Blocked there by Nickel to the blue line, but not out. Andrade to Felix. Felix at the half boards. Surge come up with it. Good back check by Nickel. 1 minute to go in the second period. Felix picks up the loose puck. He's got a couple feet to skate. Cleared to the blue line. Hunter had to hit the brakes. Puck rolls past them both in over the Surge blue line. Hunter misfires. Surge pick it up. They'll play it out the near side. All the way into the Flyers zone down the left wing. Shot into the glove of Milks. Rebound. He steers wide of the net. Felix fires it around the near wing for Andrade and DeCamillis. They're not talking out there. DeCamillis gets it to the blue line, but not out. Surge backing at the half boards. Played just past Andrade. 30 seconds to go in the period. Surge in their corner. Sloan on his man. Surge walks out. Shot from a steep angle. Milks makes the save. Gower clears the puck to the far blue line, but not out. Bouncing shot. Loose puck. Milks kept it out. Rebound. Sits there. And they'll jam it in when people are sitting on the goalie. Honey wins it. Way off the wing. He'll fire that down. That'll go for icing with 2.9 seconds to go in the period. Lunny back in for the faceoff. Deep in the Flyers territory. He wins it. Way fires it down. That'll do it for the second period. I really hope the coaches are watching this game, but one of them needs to talk to their goaltender. This is ridiculous. Talk to Hunter. Here we go, start third period. Lunny on the faceoff. And back by the Surge. Telford shovels it to the blue line. Surge back to the center ice. They'll play it across to the left wing in the Flyers zone. Savory tries to shove it up the boards. Picked off. Played back to Way. He'll clear it down the ice. Nobody was moving for it. Nobody was near the pass. Surge back in over the Flyers blue line. Broken up there by Lunny. He'll play it to Telford at the blue line. Dumped back in. Lunny. He's got to get off. He's got no neck guard. Kelly at center. Brought back in by the Surge. Shot. Missed wide. Telford on the blue. The lead pass to Hunter. Hunter with the breakaway. In over the blue line. All kinds of pressure. Steered wide by the Surge back checkers. He'll clear that back up to center ice. Andretti picks up the clearing pass. Drags it in over the blue line. Surge. Clear that right back to the Flyers zone. Shot on net. Milks keeps that to the outside. Way. Picks up the loose puck. Through traffic. Gets to the blue line, but not out. Jeffrey Stedman collects the puck in the near wing. Couldn't get it off the board. Surge in deep. Shot. Milks makes a save. Puck goes behind the net. Picked up by Savory. He'll clear that down the near wing. That'll roll into the Surge zone. Not enough for icing. Hunter on the forecheck with Andretti in deep. Loose puck. Andretti misfired. Hunter couldn't get the stick down. Nickel coming in with a stick off the ice. Surge cleared down through the middle. Back in the Flyers territory. Jeffrey Stedman to Felix. Felix settles that puck down. Skates it through center. Takes it up the right side. In over the blue line to the far corner. Felix out front for Andretti. Misfired. Surge. Take it the other way, 2-on-1. Surge, take it wide to the outside. Shot. Milks makes a save and holds on to it for the whistle. $12:54 to go in the third period. Nickel in for the faceoff for the Flyers. One back by the Surge. DeCamillis jumps on it, reaching for it. Not quite enough. Shot missed wide. Surge, pick it up behind the Flyers net. We'll play that out to the blue line. Shot through traffic. Milks makes a save. Rebound to Savory behind the net. He'll fire it around the boards. Comes to the blue line, but not out. Surge, dump it back in. Somebody go for it. Sloan to Gower at the near half boards. Gower gets to the blue line, but not out. Nickel backs him up and clears the zone. That puck was swiped down into the Surge blue line. They'll play it up back into the Flyers zone. Sloan. Cross to Savory on the back end. He'll get it off the boards for Gower. Gower centering pass for DeCamillis. In over the blue line. Flyers are not skating at all. DeCamillis drags it to the far half boards. Nickel shovels it to the corner. Surge pick it up. Off the boards to the half boards. Nickel pokes it in deep. Nickel chasing it, picks it up behind the net. Played out front, intercepted by the Surge defenseman. Long lead pass. Past everybody. That'll go for icing. 11:42 to go in the third period. Honey steps in for the faceoff. Come back clean by the Surge. They'll pick that up behind their net and play it up the near wing. Surge down the right side, Way and Lunny back check to Kelly. He'll play it off the Surge winger towards their blue line, but they'll dump it right back in. Surge lost it at the blue line. Lunny picks it up, skates to the middle, plays back to Felix at his own blue line. Felix across to Way. Way with the lead pass for Lunny through his legs. Telford picks it up, overskates it. Couldn't settle the puck down. It was bouncing. Surge back up through the middle. Way swipes at it. Surge in over the blue line. Felix on a good back check. Keeps him to the outside. Way dumps the puck to the corner. Telford to Lunny. Has it in his feet. Picked Telford off the boards. He'll skate around him. Telford down the right side in over the blue line. Telford with the shot. He scores! Flyers goal scored by number 29. Callum Telford. 10:49 to go in the third period. Let's go, boys. Nichols steps in to take the face-off after that Flyers goal. Surge win it. They'll shovel it towards the Flyers blue line and bring it in. Drop pass. Cut to the outside. Hunter pressuring his man. Jeffrey Stedman swiping at it. Nickel backhands the loose puck to Andrade. Lead pass for Carter Hunter. Hunter gets the blue line, ties up his man, but gets the puck in deep. Cleared to center. Jeffrey Stedman turns and fires it back in the zone. Hunter has to clear. Nickel capitalizing, picks up the loose puck, lets a shot go off the glove and just wide. Rebound goes to the far half boards. Andrade picks up the loose puck, cuts to the middle, but gets poke check. Puck settles down behind the net. Surge played around the near wing. Jeffrey Stedman to Hunter. Hunter shovels it towards the net. Surge cleared that to the blue line and out. Down the right side, in over the Flyers territory, just onside. Surge in the near corner, spinning. Sloan's on his man. Nickel keeping an eye on it. Surge come up with it. They'll take it behind the net. To the far wing, centering pass up to the blue line. Hunter pressuring. Surge spinning, walking in deeper shot. That one missed wide. Puck landed on the back of the net. Nickel clears it to the far half boards. Flyers are in pretty deep. Shot missed wide again. Rebound to the near wing. Hunter chips it around the pinching defenseman. Lead pass for Andrade. He'll get it over the blue line, settling the puck down. Surge walks him out, and they'll pick it up at the half boards. Long lead pass picked off by Way. He'll get it in over the center ice. Down the right side. Way to the middle. Lets a shot go off the blocker. To the near corner. Hunter picks it up. Puck cleared back to the blue line. Surge outlet pass picked off by Gower, but couldn't hold on to it. Long lead pass in over the Flyers blue line. Surge with the shot. Milk's got a piece of it, cleared over the glass and out of play. 8:54 to go in the third period. Lunny in for the face-off. He wins that clean. Way in the near corner, off the boards to the blue line, but not out. Shot through traffic, missed wide. Camillus at the half boards. He pins his man. Savory picks up the loose puck. Up to Lunny. Lunny takes it to the outside, down the right wing. Through center and over the blue line. Lunny with some speed. Gets it in deep. Surge got a bit of a slash there out front for a Gower. Camillus is there. Loose puck in the blue paint. Surge goaltender jumps on it for the whistle. $8:28 to go in the third period. Nickel steps back in for the faceoff. Wins that one to Hunter, or Kelly, sorry. Kelly off the near wing to behind the net. Telford tried to drag it out. Back to Kelly along the half boards. Surge come to the blue line and bring it out. Jeffrey Stedman through his legs. Felix gets back, turns and fires it to Telford at the blue line. Telford settles it down, takes it up the right wing, gets the Surge blue line. Kelly picks it up, walks to the middle to Nickel. Nickel with the backhand, he scores to tie it up. Flyers goal scored by number 97, Caden Nickel. The assist by number 86, Levi Kelly. We got a game, boys. 8:02 to go in the third period. Nickel back in for the faceoff. Surge win it back to their defense. They'll play it up the near wing to the blue line. Jeffrey Stedman slows him down. Kelly clears the zone. Surge pick it up right at center ice. Surge skate across to the left side and over the Flyers blue line. Nickel slows his man down. Got away with one there. Puck cleared to the far wing. Felix to the half boards. Bounces over. Surge in the far corner. Centering attempt. Nickel got a piece of that. Doesn't clear it very far. Telfer picks up the loose puck to the blue line, but not out. Shot. Wilkes got a piece of it to keep it on the outside. Jeffrey Stedman throws it out front. And they score. Somebody needs to talk to their goalie after that one. Come on, boys. 7:24 to go in the period. Lunny steps in for the face-off. Flyers defense, we're just chatting with the goaltender. Cleared up to the Surge blue line. Hunter pressuring. Surge back on their own end. They'll get some room. Lunny reaches for it. Surge in over the blue line. Through the middle. Shot into the glove of Milk. Still hold for a whistle. 7:10 to go in the third period. Lunny back in for the faceoff. Loose draw. Lunny reached for it, shovels it towards the blue line. Surge played it back in deep. Andretti up to Lunny down the right side. He'll get center ice and lift it into the zone. Lunny with speed picks it up in the far corner. Drop pass to Way at the blue line. Way walks in, lets a shot go on target, but held for the whistle. Good play there by the Flyers. Lunny back in for the faceoff. Surge win it to the near corner. Played off the boards. He'll pick it up. Batted to the blue line. Way with a good stick. I guess they'll call that offside. Couldn't quite tell. I guess Hunter was still in the zone, but Lunny back in for the faceoff. Strum draw. Lunny shovels it over the blue line. Surge clear it right back out. Lunny at the center ice to Way in his feet. Surge overplayed it. Hunter picks it up at center, gets it over the blue line, sends it to the far corner with a backhand through traffic. No Flyers were there with the pressure. Surge play it out the left side. Surge gets center ice in over the left wing. Shot behind the net to the near corner. Way. He backhands it to the far corner for Andretti, who picks it up at the half boards. Andretti falling. That was shoveled towards the Flyers net. Milks will cover it as two Surge players were bearing down on him. .608 to go in the period. Nickel in for the faceoff. One back by the Surge. They'll play to the point, to the near side. Shot blocked by Gower. Nickel to Gower. Gower shovels it to the blue line, but not out. Second effort, clears it to center ice. DeCamillis pressuring. Nickel backing him up with Gower. Gower comes up with the puck in over the blue line. DeCamillis lets a shot go through traffic. Blocker saved. Gower settles it down in the far corner. He gets bumped. And the Surge are going to the penalty box for that one. First penalty of the game goes to the Southeast Surge. 2 minutes for body contact. 5:40 to go in the third period. Flyers change up their defensive line. Nickel steps in to take the faceoff. One back to Way. Way winds up, lets a shot go, stick wide by the goaltender. Rebound comes to the far half boards. Lunny Plays it back into the corner. Surge with a stick lifted by DeCamillis. Back to Lunny. He lets a shot go. Blocked in front. DeCamillis to Nickel. Sloppy play. Surge fire that down into the Flyers' end. Milks sets it up behind his net for Lunny. Surge pressuring Lunny to the near corner. Way running a little bit of interference, but not enough to get called. Lunny, lead pass for DeCamillis. He'll skate it in over the blue line. Runs out of road. DeCamillis turns, fires it around the boards to behind the net. Lunny sends it out front. Way stepping in. A little too slow. Gower picks it up at the center ice. Gower from his knees gets it to Lunny. Surge pick it up. Way bumps his man. Lunny on the back check. Gets the puck to the near corner. Surge still with it. Lunny, he gets bumped. Nickel to Gower for the outlet pass. Flyers regroup. Gower down the left wing. He'll take it in over the blue line. Lets a shot go. Rebound collected by the Surge goaltenders. The Flyers were on a leisure skate to get the zone. 48 seconds to go on the penalty. Andretti steps in to take the face-off. Andretti wins the puck back to Jeffrey Stedman. He winds up, lets a shot go through traffic off the side of the post. Surge pick it up in the near corner. Clear the zone to Jeffrey Stedman. He'll send it across to Felix at center ice. Felix up to Telford in over the right wing. Telford pulls back, got his stick lifted. Surge, they'll fire that down the ice. 28 seconds to go on the penalty. Milk sets it up for Jeffrey Stedman behind his net. Jeffrey Stedman around the far wing for Felix at the half boards. Felix to Andretti off his backhand. Back to Jeffrey Stedman. And across to Felix. Felix up to Telford, down up the right side. Telford in over the blue line, but offside. 9 seconds to go on the penalty. Flyers changing their forward line. Let's go. Lunny steps in to take the face-off. Lunny wins it to DeCamillis. He plays it back to Felix. Felix to Jeffrey Stedman. That'll do it for the penalty. Back to 5-on-5. Felix up to Lunny. Lunny circles to the outside, cuts back to the middle, just gets bumped off the puck. The Surge bring it back the other way. Surge in over the right side. Shot deflected wide by Jeffrey Stedman. Rebound behind the net to Felix in the far corner. Felix stick check, gets the puck to the half board. Surge lift it back in behind the net. Jeffrey Stedman to the near wing. Hunter at the half boards. Under pressure, Surge come up with it. He'll play it back in behind the net. Felix off the glass for DeCamillis. He just overskated it. DeCamillis does a good job getting back, holding it along the boards. Felix in the corner, drags it up, gets to DeCamillis at the blue line, but not out, just tripping. Surge walk back in with it around Lunny, stretching for it. DeCamillis and Hunter. DeCamillis picks it up through center. DeCamillis cuts to the outside. Bit of a hook there. Gets the blue line. Surge clear it back out. Gower to Sloan. Sloan swipes at it. Misfires. Surge in over the Flyers blue line down the right side. Drop pass. Nickel keeps his man on the outside. Nickel and Hunter along the near boards. Gower steps in. Hunter backs up. Loose puck. Kept in deep by the Surge. Up to Hunter to the blue line. Shot through traffic. Milk steers that behind the net. Sloan pushing his man off it. Nickel picks up the loose puck to the far corner. He turns and fires. 2:08 to go in this third period. Gower circling. This blade goes deeper into the Flyers zone. Sloan to Felix. He'll get the blue line out. Fired in off a Nickel right to Felix. Felix plays behind the net to Sloan in the near corner, who sends it right back out to Felix. Let's go, boys. Felix up to Gower. Gower steps around one. First the penalties there. Gower gets manhandled until he falls down. Storm with the puck out the far side. Late change. Sloan back, trying to catch up with him. Shot off the side of the net. Sloan picks up the rebound. Gets it to Gower at the faceoff circle. He'll kick it to the blue line, but not out as he falls. Storm walks in deep. Steered to the outside. Storm pick it up. Centering pass. Sloan got a backhand on it. Clears to the blue line, but not out. Thrown towards the net. Deflected wide to the near corner. 1 minute to go in the third period. Gower off the boards. Tipped wide by Nickel. Savory comes up with it. He's got room. He might as well skate with it. Get it out of the zone. Telford across to Gower. He tips it at center ice. Flyers probably should have called a timeout in the last faceoff. Storm around to the far corner. Telford pressuring. Gower falling or getting tripped up again. Lunny gets it to the corner. Surge all over him. 30 seconds to go in the period. Telford gets it out. Storm play that down the ice. That'll be no icing. Tied just before it got there. Savory picks it up, brings it out behind his net up the near side. Long lead pass for Kelly. We'll call that icing with 10 seconds to go in the third period. Ten seconds to go. Lunny in for the faceoff. Lunny wins it, kicks it to the blue line. Kelly gets it out over the zone. Storm play it right back to the right side. They'll dump it in, and that'll do it for the game. Tough game, boys. Final score, Surge 3, Flyers